Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Are you prepped for World War III? We no longer have a world of peace. We need to think about how to protect ourselves, and going forward, that means being prepared. We've been on the precipice of so many scary, dangerous, life-changing events recently. This is just one more. And I don't know if this is going to be one of the big ones. It's going to be a huge change in our lives as we know it. This could be one of those opportunities to finish stockpiling, fill in your prepping supplies, your prepper pantry, get the things that you can still find and afford before who knows what happens next. This is one of those warnings. Everything hasn't just gone over the top, but it could within a few days. And then there could be crowds, there could be problems. And as we wake up and see the news, fighting has broken out, people are lined up to try to get gas, food, all of the needs that we care about. And that's one reason why we're preppers. We try to not be in those lines by stocking up ahead of time. Let me show you the things that I bought so that you can see if those are things that maybe you want to add to your stockpile too. Plastic bags can be hard to find, so I got some Ziploc gallon and quart size bags in big boxes. I bought the biggest box of the most heavy duty, largest black plastic bags that I could find. These have so many uses. I made a video about how you can use black plastic bags. I'll put a link to that, so in case you're wondering why would I want so many, there are a lot of reasons. So I'll put a link to that video so you can see more about it if you would like. Having enough cleaning supplies and being able to buy more could be a problem in many areas, so I bought a big bottle of Windex. Something I don't use often, but I like to have on hand, is the cleanser. So I bought one container of Comet. This one includes bleach, so it'll be extra nice to have it on hand for not only cleaning, but sanitizing. Baking soda is great for cleaning, it's great for cooking, it's wonderful for deodorizing, so I picked up the biggest bag that was available. I found the pint-size regular mouth canning jars. That was the only size they had, so I chose one of these to be able to continue to process, preserve, and store food. If you see any kind of canning or preserving supplies, it's probably a good idea to pick them up because it's something you can always use in the future. The more you learn how to can, preserve, pickle, ferment, the better off you're going to be if food should become harder to find or less abundant. Next, I bought some groceries. These are everyday type foods that could be very useful going forward, and typically these would all last at least 2 years, and so they're going to be nice to have on hand no matter what the crazy waves and ups and downs of the future present. I bought a 10-pound bag of flour, a 10-pound bag of sugar. I bought a variety of packages of yeast. If you have the basic ingredients, you can make some basic breads. You can make basic biscuits. It's important to have a nice supply of the single ingredients that you can combine to do basic cooking. I bought a 40-pack of fruit snacks. These are great to have in your bug-out bag, in your get-home bag, and even just in your pantry. It's a nice way to hand out a pre-packaged serving of a nice special treat. I bought another package of oatmeal. It's one of the longest lasting foods. It's easy to prepare and it's very versatile. It would be a good idea if you included some oatmeal in your prepper pantry and your food stockpile. For some reason, cereal has been extremely hard to find. Many varieties have disappeared and not even come back. So it's easy to grab a great big bag of a flavor that you know you like. You can pour out the contents of the bag into a Mylar bag and seal it well, and that will help you extend the life of your cereal for a couple extra years. Next, I bought several packages of the Idahoan baby red potatoes. These are so easy. You just add water and then you can top them with a can of soup, a can of chili, your homemade beef stew. You can even stir it into a soup or a stew that you make to help thicken it a little bit. I store these in airtight containers and I've had them go many years past the date on them and they've still been fine and good to eat. I picked up a few boxes of my favorite crackers, the Triscuit avocado cilantro lime. I think these are just delicious and I haven't had any in a few months, so it seemed like a good idea to grab them when they were available. Walmart had the big cans of my favorite powdered milk, which is the Nido Fortificata. This is absolutely delicious powdered milk. It's made from actual whole milk and it tastes delicious. Stir it into your recipes. You can mix it with water and serve it as milk. And it is the only powdered milk that I've ever found that tastes just as good as regular milk. And so this is the only powdered milk that I store anymore. Plain non-fat dry milk does have a longer lifespan than the Nido Fortificata, and sometimes it's important to have a little bit of extra nutrition of a baby formula that you want to include in your baby's diet. If you have infants, small children, or anyone with a special diet in your family, make sure that you have any extra food or supplies that they require. Another option for milk, I picked up a few cans of evaporated milk. The cans are just not made to the strength and the standards that they used to be. The packaging is becoming an additional threat to rising prices and food shortages. Applesauce is great as a serving by itself. You can stir it into your oatmeal. You can also use applesauce in your baking if you don't have eggs. The only dried beans available were pinto beans, which I have plenty of, but I don't have very many of the green split peas, so it was a good opportunity to pick up a few bags of these. They're so simple to just add into your crock pot with a few simple spices and things to make a big old pot of soup. I bought a can of vegetable shortening, which is a generic Crisco. I don't normally use this in baking or cooking, but I do use it to season my cast iron pans. You rub the Crisco on them, then you can put them in your oven or even on your barbecue grill, and then you can season them. It's a good idea to season your cast iron once a year so that you're getting the best use out of it. This is also versatile because you can make this into a candle. I wouldn't ever use this container because it's made out of paper or cardboard. Add a wick into a jar, add some of this into it, and then you have a candle that you have made yourself in a safe container. The Hormel Completes are nice for your bug out bag, and that's the kind of food that you want to continue to rotate. These are fully cooked and they're in a very sturdy package. You don't have to heat them up if you don't have access to a microwave. Just peel it back and eat it. That's a strategy you should always implement when you see new things. Buy one and try it if you think you'd like it. If you do like it, you can always go back and get more. Don't load up on food that no one is going to eat and you don't know if they're going to like it. You don't have to just stock up on the foods that you love. You can also find some that you like, and those might be adequate if you can't get the ones that you love. Pick up extras of things that you like to use on a daily basis. I bought some pickle relish and some cooking spray. If butter is in short supply, look for ghee. Ghee is something that some people like to make themselves, but I prefer to buy it already sealed and to put into my pantry. I bought a few boxes of the Zatarain's Jambalaya. It's a nice variety way to have different foods in your prepper pantry than just plain old rice and beans. Get some packaged mixes that have seasonings in them. These are great. You can add a smoked sausage. You could add one of your canned hams. You could add any kind of vegetable on the side. Even look for some of the southern style field peas and snaps. There's different kinds, all different kind of vegetables that you could serve on the side with this. I bought a few cans of mixed vegetables. I bought several cans of Rosarita refried beans, and I like this one. It is no fat green chili and lime. I think it has a really good flavor, so if you're looking for one to try that has a little different variety, check it out and see if it's one you like. Make a quick and easy meal. Your can of sirloin steak and vegetable soup. Add a can of mixed veggies. Stir up your mashed potatoes and then put your mashed potatoes in a bowl and serve this over it, and you have a nice full meal that can serve several people. My favorite of the Campbell soups that I find available these days is the pub style chicken pot pie, and I bought a few of those. I like them. So that's the thing. Find ones that you do like. I was surprised at some of the ones that sounded good, but when I tried them, I didn't care for them at all. So always just get one and try it. You never know. You may find that you have a new favorite out of the varieties that are available now. Nobody knows what's coming, but we certainly have been riding waves of scary times and concerning moments, and that seems to be what's coming in the future as well. I don't like to think of gloom and doom, but I want to make sure that I have the things that I need so I can take care of myself and my family. Listen to your heart. Listen to that funny feeling in your stomach. Your brain is trying to tell you something, and if you feel uneasiness, if you feel unsettled, you need to try to figure out what can I do so that I can prepare better to make the best of every single day of my life. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.